Going, everybody. My aha moment for the week is from page 133, and it's about the symbolic convergence theory. And it says, a feeling of cohesiveness is likely to increase as group members share stories and other group members respond to those stories. A fantasy chain occurs when one story leads to another story, thus creating a bond among group members and the revelation of common fantasies. And the reason that I chose this is because I feel like when you have a story that somebody else can relate to, the relationship grows, especially as a group. When you have a whole group relating to each other with their stories, it works out good. So one concept in the book that I wanted to talk about the pros and cons for was cohesiveness in virtual teams. We all have experience with this because we're taking this online course as opposed to in person. In the book, it talks about how online groups, virtual groups, can succeed as long as there is regular contact and process feedback. And it leads to greater motivation, performance, and satisfaction within the group. Now, one of the cons is if you have a group member who's less motivated, then it just throws a wrench in the whole communication process, getting the whole group to work as a whole. Because if we're not communicating regularly, then we're not going to be able to be cohesive, if that makes sense. One of the biggest, the question that is being posed is, how is power demonstrated through social media? The biggest one that I can think of is the witch hunt groups that form on Facebook and go after people who they deem are against their own agenda. For example, there's a lot of man-hating Facebook pages that go after men whom they think are sexist and are oppressing women. I think that is a good example of power, because you have a bunch of people coming together, and a lot of them do succeed in taking down who they're trying to take down. When it comes to the question, what type of power do you respond to most positively? I don't really know how to answer that question, but I'll do the best I can. I feel like I respond to power that has authority behind it. I mean, credibility. So, for example, if I had somebody who was powerful telling me what to do and they didn't know what they were talking about, they had no background to back up what they were saying, they were just abusing their power, I would way less follow them than somebody who had credibility, saying, hey, do this in a position of power. I'd be more willing to do it. So, yeah.